at the phone.
What's up, Toothpick? What's up? All ready to go jump this fool in. Let's do this, out, dog. What's up there, little homie? About ready to do this?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
What's up?
What's up?
You've been hanging with the homies in the hood for a while now. It's about time we jump your punk ass in. That's right. Let me tell you something. In this world, if you can't swim, you found the drizzle. Yeah. And if you fall, you better pick your punk ass up. That's right. And the rest of y'all, don't cut him no slack. Y'all fools get busy. Let's go. Working, dog, working.
That is his name. If he can't hang, he's got to get out the game. Get out the game. That is his name. If he can't hang, he's got to get out the game. Get out the game. He's the team. If he can hang.
Go fuck yourself.
What is going on, good damn people? I listened to that song earlier today. I was like, I got that instrumental. Episode 123. I asked this shit earlier. Episode 123.
123.
Oh, your favorite opinionated fact podcast, straight meddling show.
3.
Did you come over with that one all by yourself?
No, it was in the title.
It was all the way in the title. Fair enough. This is your boy LP.
The other one's got it.
Jamal, aka John Carlos.
In the damn building. So this episode we decided, because I thought it was a pretty good idea. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but we decided to go ahead and just do all sports this episode. Really mainly because there was really nothing really juicy to
That's
talk
what
about.
we want to do, okay?
Yeah.
At the end of the
ultimately.
day, we're
We ain't gotta
Neanderthals.
just entertain y'all.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we are Neanderthals.
And we like sports. My name is Mike. I like sports.
Me like football.
Yeah. Well,
Ooh, man.
basketball too. Don't leave basketball out of there.
I like
Ain't
track.
no basketball going on.
I like track and I
Not
like
yet.
tennis.
I like all that.
Oh, speaking of tennis.
Oh yeah, Nadal got that 19th baby.
Man, fuck Nadal.
What
Did
the
you
fuck?
see-
Fuck that.
Yeah. I hadn't been watching the tennis. My wife had, but then I walked through and she was watching Serena. I was like,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I watched that too, nigga.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, and she was in a black one all through.
I was
See,
like,
yeah,
I was like, I
yeah.
can't watch
That's
this.
why I was mad. Like, why'd you go to the purple? That the black cat suit's always the legendary
man.
one.
yeah.
Man, she is oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't yeah.
But she ain't win this episode. I mean, we're gonna see her again next year, so that's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Boy
So,
ass.
but yeah, so episode 123, we're talking sports all this time, hour, however long we're gonna be up on this bitch. First thing we got some breaking news that probably some of you motherfuckers probably just heard. He was gonna be the first topic up today, anyways. But
Cause you're not over him.
Mr. Antonio Brown
Ooh. Is this still part of the plan?
is Mr. Antonio Brown now has actually, if you've been hiding up under a rock, you know, he was with the Raiders fucking up. They cut him. Then right after the Raiders cut him, the Patriots picked him up and everybody was talking, oh, yeah, all this other
Called
shit.
the GM a cracker.
He called the GM a cracker.
Damn cracker.
Cracker?
I still
I want to know what what his tone was. Cause you can say crackle.
Right.
Cracker.
Saltine cracker.
Pass the Grey Poupon.
See, if you said saltine cracker, that'd be.
Saltine.
Are you,
Because you're salty.
I was just asking for crackers. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
are you Ritz?
Isn't he
But
married to a white girl or something?
I thought he was
I
like
thought
dating
she
her
was
like his baby mama
I
or
thought it
something.
was a Hispanic. I could be wrong. Shit, y'all might know more than me.
I mean, hell, I don't know shit.
I don't know what that
Yeah.
cracker
Yeah.
doing.
I don't know what that cracker doing.
Let's bring cracker back. But we don't have to use it
It
for
never
white people.
went anywhere.
Not for
Yeah, I
white
think-
people. I just want to call everybody crackers.
I'm just gonna call everybody
Yeah.
a cracker. Okay.
Oh, okay. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I want to see this in action. Actually,
Like instead of like you were putting people in the shit house or something like that. Nah, they can go in the cracker house.
in the cracker house.
I said, oh, well, see that could
Run
have
there
double
with the
gun.
crackers.
Hope the Cucamonga Cracker Killers paid well because it's back to the ghetto.
You go.
But Antonio Brown just got hit with some shit. He was accused of rape, which is fucked up to say the least.
Crack of shit.
he's gonna ride this one all the way through, ain't he?
I'm changing the definition of cracker.
There you go. But are you gonna go to Urban Dictionary?
Go ahead.
Well,
Yeah, there you go.
Go ahead. What was your?
Yeah,
you were gonna fuck it. But yeah, so he got accused of rape. Simon, you caught that story, right?
Yeah, man. Or just flipping down looking at Bleacher Report. First thing to pop up, accused of rape, sexual assault and rape. Two different. There's two different incidents.
Right.
Happened in 2017 and 18. Used to be his former trainer.
His former trainer. Oh man, he was busting her down.
Illuminati pulled that plug.
Man said.
Get down with this shit.
The first incident. He pulled his dick out, started jacking
out.
He pulled a Louis C.K.
Get your ass.
So wait, so they say he did what now?
He pulled his dick out and started jerking off in front of him. This is what the report says. This is not what I said.
This is what the report says.
And then on the second incident, he forcibly kissed her or something like that.
That's not a good look, brother.
I think third time with the charm was when he raped her.
I mean, it's not like he didn't want her.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It say he went roguish in a text message that's in the
roguish.
Just
How do you
saying,
go roguish?
Raise your daughters to
he said
to not hang out with niggas who pulling their dicks out if they don't want that.
Brown bragged about the incident in a profane text message. There are copies in the lawsuit.
Oh no, that nigga put it in text.
Where he jerked off on the back. Whew. I don't know if this is part of the plan.
I don't think this is actually a part of the plan.
It's been a long plan.
It's long drawn out.
Oh, and it's horrible. It's not going well for dude at all.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, these are all allegations, but alleged. But whoa.
But yeah, that's another thing that I just it's a snowball effect,
and
right?
It's a sad thing because dog. Is this dude's life self-destructing right in front of our eyes?
It is.
Like I was saying before we came online or on air or whatever.
Both.
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them.
But BOFUM, both of them.
Both of them.
But yeah, before we came on, I was talking about Jason Whitlock, who check his show out, Speak for Yourself on FS1.
Yeah, man, you got to give his fat ass another chance, huh?
Yeah. Like it was just he's overwhelmed us with so many black people on the show that it's like his assistant is black. He brings on like only black celebrities and shit, and then he'll have Mark Schlereth come in for a little.
But Mark Schlereth is a white black person.
Yeah,
like,
he's like Native American or something. So
he's like. He's
not with a last name.
He's a Neanderthal too. He's
from
stuck
like
in
Alaska or something.
He's stuck. Yeah, he is from Alaska.
He said
he's like, he's stuck in his ways too.
Yeah.
So all of them are all hard.
Well, they bring him on.
Motherfucker, so they all gonna try to get their point across.
Right.
Whoever's point makes the
bring
most
him
sense,
on
they lean towards it.
To give the lectures. That's what they bring him on. Because that motherfucker will tell you how to live, boy. Mark Schlereth loves to tell people how to live.
Affirmative action.
Let me tell you something. You get up every day. You love your wife. You kiss your kids. You go out. You bust your butt every day as hard as you can. Give 100% effort to the people who have given you an opportunity. You do everything right, and then you go home and you kiss your wife again, and you love your family, and you praise God, and that's how you do it. Man. There's no reason to be out here calling people crackers.
I can't.
There's no reason. Why are you burning your feet in ice?
Right.
What is that? You don't have to do that. You don't have to rape. You don't have to pull your dick out. You get up. You kiss your wife. You love your kids. You go to work. You bust your tail for the people who have given you the opportunity. You come home. You love your wife.
Man, I cannot
and you
wait.
Praise the Lord.
I cannot wait for Mark Schlereth's Me Too movement to happen.
Oh man,
he gonna get got too. Anyway,
but I didn't say what you do between
like this shit is allegedly.
loving the wife and
it's allegedly. It's still allegedly.
Now, yeah, it's still very much allegedly. Now, here's the deal: if with going through all of this, again, he had the problems with the Raiders that have been well chronicled at this point.
It's not even well chronicled. That shit happened so fast. We're still trying to catch up. It's still more shit. There's still more information coming.
All that shit that happened between the shows.
Right. Yeah, and so, but it's still been somewhat chronicled. Well chronicled because everybody's been talking about it.
No,
I can't. Like, I was about to get upset because they kept mentioning fucking Antonio Brown last night on the Raiders broadcast. But what made me feel better is just the crowd was yelling "fuck AB." So you know,
it was kind of like they knew, we know y'all talking about this. Then fuck that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, the Raider crowd is more savvy than you think. You think it's just some crazy motherfuckers with face paint.
Yeah.
But you know how long it takes to put face paint on?
No, I don't, because I haven't gone there.
Especially how detailed they are in the black hole. That shit takes a long time.
And so, but since it's been well chronicled, like something like this coming out, number one, when you said it, it didn't necessarily shock me because it was something like this was bound to happen just because he was going down that downward spiral that you see so many players go down, or just maybe even celebrities or hell, even people that you may know, they go down these little tunnels. It snowballs very quickly. Now, something like this, even though it's allegedly, unless he comes out just completely clear, does this officially is this it for him?
She's his Hall of Fame talent, so I don't know. Talent, hey. They've given people that beat up women other chances, but I don't know if he's.
But with the climate of now, and again, like Me Too is still alive and kicking, very much so.
Oh yeah.
The only thing he has on his side is that other GMs don't really like Mayock. Mm-hmm. And so they didn't give a fuck. They're like, yeah, he is a fucking cracker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because they didn't like that he got the job. He
didn't pay.
I was a video coordinator. Shut the fuck up with it. Right. But they don't like that, so whatever. But if this had been like another GM, I think, because you know how the NFL is. If you fuck with one of them, like they will ice your ass out no matter how good you are.
Right.
So that's why he got another shot. But now you fucked over Belichick. And it's like, look, if the Patriots couldn't do nothing,
said, did the Patriots know? There's a funny time, like, had the Patriots known about this beforehand, or you think this?
I don't think so.
Of course,
because you have. So. But that's
wait a second.
They do.
Wait a second. Hold on. We're missing the fucking headline. It just broke, so we just processing the information in real time. Antonio Brown and Big Ben.
They was fucking bitches together. Well, taking pussy together.
Were they raping together?
Yeah, this 2017, 2018. He was still on the Steelers.
They were raping together. Maybe this is what they fell out over. Ben was getting out of the rape game.
They were in an Eyes Wide Shut party.
God damn.
With Trump in them. Nigga got a house in Florida.
Can you imagine Trump wearing one of those masks? Motherfucker, we should know who you are.
Yeah.
You're the only motherfucker built like that.
Yeah, he the only motherfucker that'll take he is built like a damn auntie or something.
Yeah, like we know who you are, bitch. Yeah. You wear the same exact thing every day.
But does something like this though, does it end for him? Like, because the only thing next is murder. That's it. Because he's fucked up. He hasn't fucked up on the football field, but he's fucked up while playing.
For anybody's gonna be himself. Like he got some mental issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, dude. So to say that outside looking in, it look like something's really trouble.
NFL stars or stars in any sport can get away with a lot without getting released or whatever.
Shout out to the Raiders not trying to. They held on for dear life.
But my point is, when you have two straight organizations that really, it's beyond like the normal diva bullshit.
Yeah.
Because we've seen that before. There's lots of players still right now. Yeah. That's we may not know about it, but they're very demanding behind the scenes. There's a lot of shit that goes on. We hear about all the shit that goes on with Zeke that we don't even necessarily hear. There's more to it. But
shit, Odell rocking a $300,000 watch.
We'll get to that in a little bit. Yeah.
But all that shit that they go through and they couldn't deal with this dude. Nah, man, this is a different level.
Yeah, and
we haven't seen something like this before.
Yeah,
he don't want to play football.
He don't want to play football, or like I said, something is going on behind the scenes because this is, like I said, this is not normal. not in the rapid succession it's been.
Like, because it's been a month. It's been
like
basically a fucking month.
You can make a 30
this.
for 30 for this shit. Within a month, everything.
Right.
Silver lining. For everything that happens, there's a silver lining. And
Silver and black.
I would be lying if there wasn't a little evil troll, black, cold motherfucker deep down inside of me that wasn't happy that this is blowing up in the Patriots' face.
And
anything bad that happens to the Patriots.
To Necessary Evil.
The Schmiegel inside
That
of
is tonight's sponsor.
Yes, Necessary Evil. Thank you for
Dallas, Texas.
for your libation.
Yeah, all
libations.
But yeah, the Schmiegel inside of me is very happy.
I said Schmiegel.
Yeah, we all got a Schmiegel inside of us.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just petty, nasty.
Oh,
people.
yeah.
Me and the wife had that conversation over the weekend. We had got mad at each other, but we weren't really mad at each other. We were just being petty at each other. And she was like, we some real petty motherfuckers. I said, oh, yeah. I'm going to bounce off your petty. I'm going to throw that right back at you.
We'll say cook all the food, but hide all the forks.
Type shit.
Y'all over there playing petty ping pong.
Man,
Like,
back and
petty,
forth.
petty.
Back and forth.
Like, oh, he ain't going to get this petty. Oh, yes, I am. Backhand.
So Antonio Brown, honestly, I said it last week and said this
right
week.
now, I wish you the best for real because I don't know what the hell. I don't know what else to say, man. I don't like I said the little petty as far as just football wise, but your life, brother.
Yeah, it's
life,
getting to
man.
a different realm right there.
Well,
We're talking
that's
life.
that's outside. This is outside the realm.
Right. Well, that's what you get. Anywho,
That was the Raider fan.
yeah, I mean, fuck
Hey,
'em.
fuck AB was the chant. That shit was audible through the TV.
Yeah, that shit was loud.
That shit was loud.
Even Steve Levy, motherfucking ass, had said they're yelling something, but we can't say it on TV. I was like, nah, you can't. I mean, shit, elephant in the fucking room,
They
man.
said, shout out to D. Carr saying that shit right at the press conference, too. Nah, we'll talk about the elephant in the room. He's gone. I wish him the best. I even text him.
I wish him the best and everything. For her, my
I
name
wish
is
him the
Sarah
best. In Luke chapter 5, it says that
Why you bullshit? He go to
if you
church
close
with Drew
your
Brees.
heart, you close your eyes.
He go to church with Drew Brees.
Oh my God.
This
Anywho.
nigga is blown up
Focus
the
on that
internet.
family.
Again.
So next guy we got up that was kind of funny.
Glad that's not on my team.
Demarcus Lawrence.
I'm glad
So
that's not on my
Demarcus
team.
Lawrence has been catching some flack. I would
Is it
say
real flack?
today.
It's
It
a-
is
it's a-
because
it's
people.
a fan flag.
Yeah, it's a
It's
fan
fan
flag, but
flag.
it's a real thing.
Hey, look, check still cash.
Yeah, and so people have been getting upset because again, one of the games this past weekend was Cowboys Giants. That's always week one. This one was in Texas Stadium, and not Texas. I'm sorry, Jerry's World in Arlington. And-
AT&T Stadium.
Sure, whatever. Fuck AT&T. I'm pissed off at y'all right now. Anyways, but nevertheless, they, he was walking out, I guess, going to his car or whatever
They're
his chauffeur.
the shuttle to the game.
Shuttle to the game. Boom. There you go. There you have it. They were going to the shuttle, and so a little kid with a Saquon Barkley, New York Giants jersey, came up and wanted to get an autograph from Demarcus Lawrence. And Demarcus Lawrence pretty much denied him at that point.
Fuck them kids.
He pretty much looked right at the little kid and was like, "You got on the wrong jersey, son," and kept it moving.
Fuck them kids.
Now, my question is again, should he really be catching flack for this kind of shit? Like, honestly,
It's fan flag. It's nothing outside of football shit. Like that was within the game. Like you can always just put it on that. I thought the shit was hilarious.
Yeah, and first of all,
He's me and Joe Green in the nigga.
Yeah, and
Hey, kid.
nobody's obligated to do it, like to sign some shit, like
He's going to the game.
and you are walking up to him with the opposite team jersey, not just like, oh, this is the only one I had. Like, no, this is the team we played today.
yeah,
So no, and it's a brand new Saquon jersey.
Yeah,
So,
the tag is still under the
Yeah,
sleeve and
like
shit.
that hoe was
Nah.
pristine.
so I get. I mean, now look, had he stopped and just done it, whatever. But you also got to realize, like, some of these players, like, people will send kids at them sometimes to get them to sign something because they know, okay, they're less likely to turn down a kid.
Right.
When really they're just gonna take that shit and
And
go
sell
sell
it.
it on the internet.
Right. That's why Jordan used to charge niggas like $200
Yeah.
for autographs.
So these dudes don't necessarily look at it that way when they see a kid like, oh my God, let me. in a certain situation, if you can tell it's genuine and it's just a kid that's excited,
Right.
and they happen to run into you.
Right.
But yeah, fuck them kids.
Fuck some kids.
Fuck them kids. It said, and then it said, man,
You gotta be kids. He learned a valuable lesson.
Man.
Sometimes people say no.
Yeah. And it is what it. So you saying everybody's always gonna say yes to this little kid? He just learned it at an early age. Yeah, man, you better take them notes.
Yeah.
Take them,
Or
I better
if
see
I'm
you
gonna ask,
jotting.
or if I'm gonna ask for somebody's autograph and
That's-
I'm at their game, I
Yeah.
should. And I'm wearing a jersey. I should be wearing
If you,
a jersey for their team. Like,
Well, yeah, Jersey for take that hoe off real quick. Just run. Say, Doc, can I get your autograph on my chest? Shit, do something.
yeah, if you're gonna be conniving like that, but at least I'll take that con.
Right.
It's
But-
like I'll
but
never
the
see you
Cowboys-
again, kid.
the Cowboys fans who saw it were fucking cheering. I was like, these motherfuckers.
Hey,
These motherfuckers in their fucking baby blue Jordans.
They all got baby blue
They
Jordan.
all got them hoes on. Damn, all of
Every
all
single,
y'all niggas
every
gotta
single
rock them
one.
hoes. It just go with the jersey though. Go with the jersey.
Yeah, but so shout out to Demarcus Lawrence. I mean, I ain't gonna say he kept it real or nothing like that, but I don't think he
I
should be
thought the
catching.
shit was funny.
Yeah, the shit's just funny. You shouldn't catch any flag. The parent made like this long ad. That's why you'll never be. Shut the fuck up. Like, come on, man. Like,
You wrote the NFL.
yeah, it's like
Roger Goodell, did he sign and write a letter back?
yeah, and so now some of them are forced to do it just because that's just part of the contract. But these people go out to hospitals and shit all the time and they help out kids. They're not gonna save every fucking kid that's out there. The
He
kid,
was saving it. He just wanted a fucking autograph.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. And let's be honest here. How many autographs did you get as a kid?
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands, right? Or a few, 10, 20, whatever. How many of them do you have now?
Where you going?
You just getting regular people autograph?
Yeah, so
You're going to the
can
store?
Can I have your John Hancock?
But
But
nigga trying to be a comment behind the scenes.
but yeah.
Antonio Brown, like, you asked for a cock?
Oh man, don't do
Antonio?
This real fresh.
Oh
I
man,
thought you were retiring it.
I am retiring it.
he's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be-
you do. This your last raw.
Yeah.
You better get some good tunes out of it.
Man, because it ain't gonna come back unless we're talking about jail sentences. But yeah, so
I
yeah,
do,
like,
do
but
the slow down
to,
version.
to my
Antonio Brown. Antonio
Let the suits tunes
Brown.
so
get you.
so yeah, so get my point is the autographs that you got back in the day, whether it's 1 or 1,000, who cares? But you don't have them now.
Oh no.
I have one from Shaq. Yeah, that's the only
Wow.
one I got.
I mean, I got an autograph from Shaq
I got-
once.
I got
I
a
don't
few
even think
other
it was
ones.
mine.
Yeah, I got a few other ones from some other places, but I remember my stepdad gave me one from Shaq. It's along a little like restaurant handkerchief thing, or not, fucking napkin.
Right.
But that's the only one I ever. I got other ones like you're talking about. And It's
Yeah.
like,
No big deal. No big deal, right?
But yeah, like I said, I thought the shit was hilarious. That was just funny. But you knew in this climate they were gonna make something of it.
Of
and
course,
something,
of
and
course.
it was like, okay, you just took all the fun out of that.
Yeah.
and I don't like the parent like being like, oh, going on there. It's like,
Fuck your kid.
no, you teach the kid. Look, you ask people for something politely. If they say no, they say no. It's up to them.
Is
If
it-
you're asking them for something, for you to give them something, it's their free will to say yes or no.
Yeah.
Right. And that's
And
another thing.
you can't be butthurt because you asked for something and they say no.
And that's another thing that I get tired of. It kind of goes with like teachers or police officers. And they're like, oh, I pay your salary. Why do sports
No, you
fans
don't.
act like?
No, you
Why
don't.
do sports fans act like these players on the field or on the basketball court or baseball, whatever? Why do they act like they owe us something?
'Cause
They
it-
don't owe us shit. Like they don't have to give an
I mean,
autograph.
It's that Coliseum, they kind of just look at you as entertainment. Entertain me, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you don't entertain you, motherfucker. Like, shut up. The fuck up. Just dumbass shit.
But yeah, I'm
Beat the
I'm
shit
tired
out
of
of
that
you.
shit too. Like
They
they
said,
don't.
because you get down in this court or this field, or something, I'll beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You know this.
You bitch.
Shout out to Jermaine O'Neal.
Beat your ass.
like,
it's like
I don't know
I
if
didn't
it's
have
dangerous,
like old
but-
buddy that the basketball player that beat up all the motherfuckers this past weekend at the Eagles.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
Tailgate.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, man. Nigga, I will
We
whoop
are
your-
aware of the situation and
I
we
will
monitor.
whoop your ass out here. I stay in shape for a living.
Yeah, the shit. Shout out to the Malice in the Palace. Yeah,
Man.
that was a phenomenal fight.
That was one of the
I
greatest
remember
nights of
seeing
my
that
life.
shit. I just remember like I'm watching the games like, hold
couldn't
on, is
believe
this
it.
real?
I couldn't believe it. I was like,
Cause my pops, I ran to my other part of the room. We in dorms. I was like, dog, are you watching this motherfucking game? No, you gotta come see this shit.
Look at this.
They are
shit.
beating the shit out these
and
fans.
the fucked up thing is, it was such a long fight that you could go and tell somebody and come back, and it was still fighting.
That whole lasted for a minute. You would think
I was a good 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, you would think they would cut the shit off, but nah, they steady right there zooming.
Oh no, TNT. They
And
didn't
they had the
rate
one
it back
dude who
then.
rolled up on Jermaine O'Neal, and he rolled up and he kind of like ifed at him, and Jermaine O'Neal wasn't sure if he was dangerous or not.
Right.
And he was like, "I'm just knock you out just in case," and just
He didn't knock him out though. The dude still.
well, nigga was on the floor.
no. Jermaine
No
O'Neal,
basketball
he
nigga.
slipped a little.
Most basketball niggas can't fight.
You shitting me?
It's a long ass way to
No,
throw that
fuck.
punch.
Yeah. He
That punch was
slipped.
coming for a long
Yeah,
time.
oh yeah, it was. The greatest thing about that was Steven Jackson when he hopped in there. That motherfucker, he started swinging.
Captain Jack can fight.
Port Arthur ass nigga. That nigga started swinging like came in and started busted. But we digressed a little bit. Speaking of fights and somebody who probably won't be fighting, Odell Beckham Jr.
Ah.
He's catching flack too.
Is he catching flack?
It's a $350,000 watch on his wrist.
We are poor.
But wasn't it for like a?
No, we're poor as fuck.
But he probably got paid for doing that.
I don't give a shit.
So I'm saying it doesn't like it's not like he bought that.
Right.
Well, he got the money to
Bought
buy
it.
it.
Didn't
He
buy
does, but if
whatever.
he bought that, he wouldn't be wearing it in the game.
Man,
I don't know, man. These niggas.
do what? Hey, yeah, they said 350. I mean, now we're splitting hairs at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, Nadal, yeah. They
but-
all play with them shits on.
Yeah, but what does the watch do? Like, is it
No,
like
it's a
keeping up with your
sponsorship.
steps or what? I mean, like,
No,
what?
that one is just a high profile ass watch. But yeah. And this said because like all them tennis players and shit, they all be rocking them high price shit when they play tennis.
$350,000 watch while you playing football?
Hey man, if like you said, you got a sponsor for it.
No, somebody could put their helmet
No,
right
somebody
on that
sponsor.
mug.
Somebody sponsor that shit. Hey,
Yeah, well, yeah. If
like
I'm
you
not
said, if I
for
ain't
it-
paying for this,
well,
they said,
yeah,
I'm,
it ain't $350 for me. It's free.
yeah. They said they gonna they got
send a message on
like you
Facebook.
said, man. He was like, no, they're making a thing because it's me. Well, yeah, that too, but nobody's doing that.
Yeah,
So,
but they do blow
In my DMs, Kevin.
They do blow everything up that dude does, cause like,
oh yeah, anything.
he tweeted out if it's not one thing, it's another, and then he got killed for saying that. I'm like, dude, that's like the lightest fucking thing you can
Yeah,
say.
so that's the cliche
And
of
they were like,
cliches.
if he didn't tweet out that, like, why? It's like, no, if he didn't tweet out that, you'd still be killing him for something else.
Right.
They love to. That's why I said, man, he's just kind. I think he's kind
It
of
was
misunderstood.
illegal. He didn't know. They told him. He took it off. That's it.
Nah,
But no, he said he wearing that whole
He's
nigga- he
gonna
wearing
say
it.
wearing that
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, he's just gonna take the fines.
I mean,
guess.
whatever.
Nigga silly, man.
That, see what I'm saying? Like little silly shit like that. Like,
But if he's rocking a $300,000, he can pay them fines.
man,
Yeah, but that's a
why?
waste. That's a waste.
I don't know, man.
But
You have to
why?
ask him.
Nah, the company that he's wearing it
Probably
for.
paying that shit.
Yeah, if they're paying it, then okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because I mean, he put it out there. I never even heard of the fucking watch before.
Yeah, you seen it's a high profile because like I said, Rafael
what-
Nadal when he won
what do you need
when
to
he won
advertise?
19, he had like a purple one on.
What do you even need to advertise for? Because the only people who know about it are the ones who can afford it. The rest of us don't need to know about a $350,000 watch. For what?
I'm saying, nigga, we poor. I said that from the jump.
But that's why I'm saying. My point is like, why would you? If it is a sponsorship, for what? Because nobody
He
can
got-
afford your shit.
But shit, he's getting paid for it.
No, I'm not saying for him.
Oh, for
the
them?
company. It's like, for what?
The high profile, them 1%ers.
But they already know about it.
Yeah, they
I
already
mean,
know
it's
about
not
it.
like it's that many companies selling watches that
But
expensive.
I'm just saying, shit. Hey, if you want a new look, hey, it's always about the subtleties with that shit. So, now it's so good you can wear it in a football game.
Yeah. It's so
That's just
easy,
a-
even a caveman.
Still
Yeah.
tells time. Now
Still
what?
tells
Yeah.
time.
Now what? Even though there's a giant clock in front of you.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Fuck
still
it.
tells time.
Shout out to Michael Reynolds. He was like, shit, I ain't got time to wear a $10 watch and high five people. Shit. Shout out to Mike for that.
All right, say shit. It is what it is. Hey, more power to you. You rock that hoe. But when I say, I was like, oh shit. That's like whatever that is. I know that shit is expensive.
Oh, now that hoe was clean.
Oh, that hoe clean in a bitch.
That hoe was clean.
That hoe matched the jersey
Yeah.
outfit. That shit just was an accessory.
Then they went out there and got their ass toe off
They
the
got
bone.
their asses whooped. I'm trying to tell you, these niggas, this is a great recipe for 8-8.
Yeah.
And I've been saying it from the jump.
I was
I
set
don't
up.
buy the band. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon.
Right.
They have a lot of talent. Nobody can question that. Who is this coach? And what does he do?
Freddie Kitchens.
Dog, you letting your players get out there with $300,000 watches?
You know, he didn't know what that.
Hey, I
fuck
know
that
he
was.
didn't, but in a tight ship, for the most part, you're not getting away with that shit.
Well, not. Well, again,
What if you find out
that is the
Freddie
last
Kitchens
thing
also
that I
has a
think a
deal?
head coach needs to be, or
I'm
that
not
would have
saying-
even thought to be worried
I'm
about
not-
is a
I'm
nigga
not-
wearing a watch.
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying pay attention to the details. That's what I'm saying. Or because the game was close, and then the wheels fell off in the fourth quarter. That's when you make your money. It was a close game going to the fourth. Tennessee bust a long touchdown run. Then like Baker Mayfield throws 3 picks in the fourth, one for a pick 6. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Nigga, then you lose by 30. You were just down by 2.
Yeah. No, that shit, it spiraled out of control faster
By
than
Tennessee.
Antonio Brown. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep.
Oh yeah, everybody call him Antonio Clown. That's code word for nigga.
Dodger game is code word for fucking. But yeah, so Antonio, maybe not Antonio. I'm sorry, Odell. Yeah, I think he should take the watch off just because it's a
Nope.
fucking distraction.
No, everybody is shining out there. Everybody got necklaces.
I get all of that.
Shit,
I get all
Kamara was
of it.
big shining on on
Ooh, that
Monday night.
visor?
He had the visor, he had the grill, and he had the chain swing. And I was like, damn, if I was a player, just me personally, if I'm tackling, because I know I'm gonna be able to tackle this motherfucker, I'm going right for it.
right.
Right now, I'm hey.
Fuck.
I'm Talibin
they
your
do. They do play the Rams
I'm,
next week.
I'm Talibin your ass.
Yeah, you might want to tuck that in.
I'm just gonna tuck
Tuck
mine.
mine in. But yeah, again, I think you should take it off. He's not, which is okay, obviously. But take the shit off, dog. Just kids are watching this.
And yeah, kids, you know how many kids are gonna
Raise
run and
your
go out
kids.
there with
Don't
an
let
Apple
Odell
Watch
Beckham.
Nigga,
raise your kids.
you think they not?
and bust that hole wide open, motherfucking fluid gonna come up out there.
But yeah, somebody that would be easy. Like somebody hit that bitch with their helmet. That bitch is gonna.
That hole already as
I don't know what
sensitive
it's
as
made out of, but
as sensitive as the phone.
Yeah.
look at this watch.
Watches is supposed
That
to be a
watch
little
clean
bit
as
more
hell.
rugged. Yeah, that whole tough.
That watch is clean as hell. All right, so week 1 is in the books. If you haven't been anywhere else, if you don't know what's going on with the world, because this is the world, ladies and gentlemen.
It's football season, man. We live off of football season. It's football season and it's not football season.
Right. So week 1, maybe I know
Overreaction to ours is Overreaction Tuesday.
overreaction Tuesday, but we may get in trouble for this part.
For what?
Oh, you're about to find out.
Are you running highlights?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh yeah, nigga.
Yeah, we're finna get in trouble for this one.
Are you sure that's gonna run?
So the first game we had up, the Saints versus the Texans. It was a phenomenal game. I will give y'all credit, Jamal, for the game that y'all played. The game that y'all
Started
came back
out
on.
slow.
Oh, it was slow.
Yeah,
It was real
I was
slow.
like, is these motherfuckers finna whoop y'all ass on the first game?
Not
Like,
at home. Not at home.
not in the dome.
Not in the dome.
Not the,
Let
not
that
the,
happen.
especially that hoe was rocking. Then they had y'all sitting on your hands for a little bit. I was like, you'll never hear this hoe this quiet.
Yeah.
When caught that when it went down 14, I was like, oh, this shit is really motherfuckers is real. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Check him out. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
y'all over here just watching highlights and shit.
But one thing that I noticed, and I have him for my fantasy quarterback, right? One thing that I noticed is Deshaun Watson is not going to be able to sustain. I'm sorry. He's a phenomenal quarterback. But the amount of the type of hits that he takes, and then also him just playing the way that he plays, he's not going to last very long in the NFL. Just because of injuries. I mean, that's even when he ran the touchdown.
Man, look,
they brought in the left tackle.
They need to go ahead and send him over to us, man.
Nah.
We can protect you.
Nah, it said, but
Don't nobody touch our Jesus.
Tunsil was put in a bad spot. That's a tough thing. You get there a week before, and you're going to one of the harshest places to play as far as a road team. It is deafening in there. And this is my first week on the job. Right. I don't even know the
And then, from a little X&O perspective, did y'all see when the Saints
go marching?
It was NFL is so cruel. Like, they know this nigga just got there. So the Saints run this. I never seen them do this shit before. All four linemen are standing up, and then they put Davenport and Cam Jordan on the same side, and they run a stunt on Tunsil. With that, of course, this nigga's confused. Of course, and Deshaun Watson just gets destroyed.
Yeah,
but
no, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, they were like, we know he don't know what the fuck is going on, so we're just gonna blitz this side every day.
Right. And then like that shit happened in the Raider game. Gruden did that. Number 26, man. Picking on.
They were eating his ass.
Man, they were eating his ass.
What's his name? Keatum or something like that?
Man, they were eating his ass alive.
But see, the funny part about it is like, and I maybe just because I haven't looked at it beforehand, I'm starting to see that more and more as I continue to watch football games like each and every week.
They weakness and you fucking bludgeon that shit to death.
Man, that's exactly what they do. They bludgeon and they don't just worry about this. You're the problem. You're the fucking problem. And man, I honestly felt bad for dude. He made a few plays here and there.
I don't. This is football. This shit happen every day, B.
Hit him with that Dougie shit.
You out there?
Yeah, man. And
I don't feel sorry. You getting paid hundreds of thousands, $millions to do it. Hey, man. I'm asking you to play football. I ain't asking all that other shit.
Hell, even if you're getting paid $10,000, you out there,
you
my
out
man.
there?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
But yeah, he was getting his ass toe off the bone. But yeah, like I said, just y'all had a phenomenal comeback. That goes to show you again with football.
Within a minute.
Within a minute. 43 seconds left.
37.
37 for them. What? 50 maybe.
Yeah, for the Texans.
For the Texans, they had a 2-play drive.
That was horrible.
3 lead changes in 1 minute of football.
And then the motherfucker catches that whole skinny steal.
Deshaun Watson threw some of the best pass. Like, because he was getting hit when he was throwing them. Yeah. He had one pass, oh my God, it was to Hopkins on the third down, third and long, like 12 or something like that.
Went over the middle, deep.
Yeah, and he got hit like stone cold in the chest right as he's delivering it. I'm thinking in my head as he's getting hit, I'm like, oh, this is going to pop up, or is this going to be a dirt ball?
And then D-Hop caught the whole like
but it still came out as a dart. I was like, nigga, he didn't get to follow through.
I'm telling you. Deshaun Watson, he can. Yeah. I hope he gets him a Super Bowl before he goes out on injury.
On that touchdown he threw in that final drive for the Texans,
Kenny Stills,
but he got destroyed.
He got obliterated.
My point is though, even though he got destroyed, like that bitch was
a dime.
To Kenny Stills, professional asshole.
If it made a sound effect.
Hey, that's what I was saying about real quick. Carson Wentz too with the couple of touchdowns he threw to Deshaun Jackson. That nigga was putting them hoes right here. It's like how the fuck?
No. That nigga,
if he could get rid of with a real offense, man. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He could be like Dabo said, Michael Jordan on cleats.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No, Dabo's that's big. That's big words, but dude he's been cold since ever. Like it hasn't stopped.
Right.
It has not slowed down. The team is just not as good because when he has a team, we saw that shit at Clemson. This nigga could beat anybody and everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So again, that was a good game, good win for y'all. What are your impressions of it?
I thought it was a good game. I mean, we obviously the second half. It was definitely exciting, a little too exciting. But
I've been cut off wrestling for that shit.
Think about going a year.
But I had already started talking shit about winning because it was 50 seconds left. No timeouts for the Texans. This first down on the 25. I'm thinking, well, they're gonna throw something over the middle. You tackle them. Half the clock runs out. They'll throw a Hail Mary, gets batted down.
Right.
No.
The usual.
They throw.
He threw a dime on the side.
a dime on the sideline of Hopkins, and then from his back throws a dime to Kenny Steele, who is a former Saint. And he's not, you know how there's always some of those dudes. Most guys leave your team is on good terms.
Right.
And they come back and they're happy to see everybody.
Right.
Not Kenny Steele.
Not Kenny.
No, he still kneels for the anthem. He's mad.
He's a professional
That motherfucker
asshole.
is pissed.
Him and Akeem Hicks are like the two dudes in the league who hate the Saints the most. Go Google some of Akeem Hicks' comments on them. But yeah, shout out to Deshaun Watson, even though we was playing him. Whew.
Yeah, he played a hell of a game.
He played a hell of a game. I have flipped it over, then I
just
flipped it back, and I seen that. I was like, oh, shit.
It's the same thing, and Cam's been able to make it work because he's a giant, but it's the same thing I kind of wish for Cam that he went somewhere else where there was a better offensive system around him.
Right.
And they just, didn't make it so much on him, and they have a lot of shit to help him out.
Yeah.
Right.
Same thing for Deshaun Watson. I wish he could
line, man. God damn, give him a line.
Like, I wish he could go to fucking Andy Reid or Sean Payton or McVay.
Shit, even the Raiders, they put a lot of money into that offensive
I would
line.
take Gruden over.
And
over
speaking
O'Brien.
of who that is by the name of the Raider Nation.
Man, if one win Raiders needed was last night.
If there was any win.
Anything just from
And
this
over the
past
Broncos.
week.
There it is.
This past week.
Those are the highlights.
All right, hey, I'll give it to this. I like angry D. Carr. They said he walked into that stadium and wasn't playing no game.
Yeah, angry D.
From the jump. I was like, okay. They said and then he showed he only had 6 incompletions all night. This boy was on point. And I was like, I like this. And he was aggressive.
Praise Jesus.
Praise Jesus. Hey, what I was trying to see was with some real pass rushers out there, because Denver got real pass rushers. We all know that. That dude didn't get touched, and he was awesome in the pocket. His footwork was, his decision making was
bingo.
stellar.
That's what it was. Like again, most people they laugh because we traded away Amari Cooper, but him and I have always contended the whole time. Like Derek Carr got better when Amari Cooper left. And so I'm thinking to myself right before I started watching the game, I'm
felt like he had to force it to that.
Right. So before the game, I'm like, okay, Derek, just come out here, just play football. If somebody's open, pass him the ball. Don't worry about doing all that other shit. And that first drive, boom. Second drive, boom. I'm like, wait a minute.
But this is the perfect situation for him where he doesn't have to feel like he's force feed a star dude. Because, I mean, Mark Cooper was number 4 pick overall. You got to throw him the ball.
You got to give him the rock. You got to give him the rock.
These the dudes are out there. Dog, if the ball comes to you, that means you're open. I'm going to give you a chance now.
Right.
But, hey, I don't have to throw it to you.
Right.
Like with AB, he was going to have to throw it to AB. So this might be a blessing in disguise for D. Carr just in the long run. Because I can really just be a quarterback and just throw it to somebody. And said, with AB, you got to throw it to him.
Mm-hmm.
So what's this dude?
Waller?
Yeah.
He came out of nowhere.
Don't tell we went and poached that one. That was a Gruden special.
Where
From the Ravens.
Baltimore.
He had substance problems. Like he almost got himself kicked out the league and all that shit. Came back super.
Oh, so he's not a rookie.
No. Like fourth year.
Yeah. He said Gruden was in the booth, saw him working out.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say doing coke.
No, my shit.
They was probably sharing.
And said saw him at they was at a Ravens game. He's like, who is he?
Who was that? Who's that guy?
He looks like a Gruden grinder. And brought him over.
Hey man, I tell you. But
this guy DeAndre Waller. I tell you, man, this guy.
I tell you. But overall, again, was I expecting the Raiders to win? Yes. You expect that of your team every week. Yeah. At the same time, how they won, I thought. Number one, the fact that Von Miller and Chubb didn't do shit the entire game.
No hits on quarterback, no sacks, 0 sacks. And
two
of the best linemen are still out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Coming in with like backups and shit, I'm like, this.
Y'all ran a lot of max protect though.
That's fine, but it worked the way that.
But
it
reminded me.
With
it
them, you
reminded
had
me
to.
of Tampa Bay. Like when he was at Tampa Bay, they used to run that max protect with a single wide out, and they either put Keyshawn there or they would put what's the other boy they used to put whatever.
It's like that big play to.
But yeah, everybody would stay in except Keyshawn in the back, and sometimes the tight end will run that little corner route.
Mm-hmm. But
They
that's
ran
what
that
you
shit
need.
so much I'd memorized that shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh god.
But
here
that
they
big
come with
play
this.
to Tyrell Williams, man, they
Yeah.
had 10 in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what they would do. They go max protect, so you gotta. If you got all, everybody's in the box except for one wide receiver, you gotta fucking commit people in the box, and then
Hey,
if
I'm
they
just
think you're running,
I'm
and then they don't even have safety protection.
I'm just
sometimes.
happy D Carr threw that hoe deep. As soon as he play action and he set
Flick
that back
that hoe.
foot,
He
I
flicked that hoe.
said
It's
he
gone.
got him.
Yeah.
I knew from the jump. I said, oh yeah, that's the one. That shit dropped right in. Bloop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nah, it was
damn good game from the Oakland Raiders
I
yesterday.
I'll take that one out the gate, especially with this past week. I'll take that one out the gate. I think this kind of galvanized the team. I know that shit, it's cliche, but everybody kind of was singularly focused. Like, dog, y'all making this big deal about this dude that hasn't been here.
Nigga ain't even been here.
He ain't been there. Not like he played in the game or he was even at practice all the time. Nigga, you ain't been here. We have.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
haven't.
The rhythm has been there.
Yeah. Like what you call linebacker number 59. I can't even. His name.
Vontez Burfict?
No. He was there last year. I can't think of his name right now. I'm sorry.
Tahir Whitehead?
There we go. Whitehead. Yeah, he was like, well, dude don't want to be here. Okay. We got a game on Monday.
Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, so other week one thoughts. Lamar Jackson had a hell of a game.
Ooh, hell of a game. That shit was video game-ish.
Yeah, that was very.
Rope-a-dope me.
Yeah, that was very
To-
video.
And draft
game-ish.
that motherfucker
Let's
because
say
I thought he couldn't pass.
if you was on a video game, Lamar Jackson would throw it deep to Brown. That's who you're gonna throw it deep to.
Right. I played with Lamar Jackson on Madden. That nigga didn't have no accuracy on the
Oh,
Dude,
Of
they
course
killed
not.
him on Madden.
Yeah.
I'm like, he
Oh.
can't even pass. Like, you can't even throw a short, like a little flat pass. He gonna throw it back.
Guys, the Madden adjusters are gonna have to do something this week.
Yeah, I mean they adjust every week. But now was this more to do about, like, again, when you have an opponent right in front of you, you beat the dog shit out of your opponent. I get it. However, was this more about the Dolphins being suck ass, or was this more about the development of Lamar Jackson?
A little bit both.
Yeah,
Both
both
of them.
of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
you go with
because he actually put the ball in. Like, there is no faking a completion. Like, it's either complete or it's not. And so he actually put the ball there. There were times last year where the guy's open and the ball sails over his head or in the dirt or just not catchable really, or
I need some
behind him a little
necessary
bit.
Evil.
Yeah, so I mean, regardless of who was covering, he had to actually get the ball there, and he did. So now I don't know. It's not like they passed a lot. They only had like 20
He
attempts
only
or
had
something.
20 attempts.
Yeah, so
But
you
he
know,
only had 3.
but that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. They want to run the
Right.
ball a
Right.
ton and then
Right.
play action your ass.
Right. And with Mark Ingram being out there too, that's
Don't
gonna
talk
help.
about Ingram, man.
No, I mean that's gonna help. I've always liked Mark Ingram.
Yeah.
I haven't.
I-
It took him a little bit to get rolled.
Yeah, you don't
it
like
took about
Alabama
three-
running
it took
backs.
about 3
Yeah,
years.
because Bama usually uses up their running backs
Right.
and then flushes them to the league, and you think they're gonna be good, and them niggas is washed in 2 years.
Yeah.
Shout out to Josh Jacobs. Yeah, again, I think it's
He didn't get used up. That's the thing.
Right,
about
right.
it.
Saints, they always split carries.
and
true.
and so, but with Lamar, I saw some development in him. I mean, honestly, remember I told y'all when we were just kind of playing around a few weeks ago, this is my sleeper team this year. And
No team is the same at week 1 as they are as week
no, of
17.
course not. Of course not. Now, do I expect that? Obviously, they're not going to put up 50 some odd points every week. Do I expect Lamar Jackson to put up the type of numbers that he put up? No. At the same time, I do think overall, being that Harbaugh is their coach, I think that he's going to put players in position to succeed. I liked them coming out of that division. I kind of liked them coming out of the AFC, at least to the AFC Championship game, facing off against who. But I still like where they're at. I mean, that's just the reality, because that division really ain't that good either, too.
Well, I think, like I said, it's overreaction right now. We're overreacting because we're so deprived of good football. So when we see good football, we fucking just we're the fiend to it. We're all overreacting to the week 1. Remember that?
Remember
it's
week
still
1 last year, Fitzmagic is like he's looking like Joe Montana.
that
He was
was-
still fucking Joe Montana at the end of the year. They just sucked.
No, he wasn't. He
No.
was throwing like 5 picks at the end of the year.
Well,
man.
that's what
Exactly
Fitzmagic
that
is.
magic. Whoa.
That's what he does.
So exactly,
Five touchdowns, 5 picks.
This is what exactly.
400
I'm not saying I don't want Lamar to throw 5 picks in the game, only if it's against the Raiders.
yards.
But like outside of that, like let this shit play out.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that's always been my whole thing. I get everybody's pick looks terrible right now or looks great because they won one game.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how this shit jostles each other out. We got some more big matchups coming up this week.
That nigga said Johnson.
Their style is interesting though.
Very.
Like, it's
and Miami got like D. Carr didn't have no presence. I mean, Miami did not. It was like 7-on-7 out there on some of them throws.
Yeah.
But their style is what now?
Oh, I was just saying their style is pretty unique. Like when you watch them play, I don't know if y'all actually saw the game, but the formations they running fucking wing T and all kind of shit, throwback shit, and they're basically, I think they ran 37 or 39 times, something like that, and passed it 20 times. So the style they're playing is grind that bitch out, run the ball, because they did lead their league in rushing last year. So run the ball and then hit your ass on play action, and you also got to worry about Lamar Jackson doing niggerish things. Yeah. So. But I've never, I can't think of another team in the NFL that plays like them. Like
no, that's just like last year.
Yeah.
When Lamar came in, that shit was distinct to them. So if you saw it the first time, then you didn't know what the fuck it was.
My point is that bodes well for them though, because when you play a totally different style from everybody else we're gonna face, it makes you adjust in ways that are. It's kind of like if you never play an option team and then all of a sudden you play an option team, you get.
That's why Michigan had such a hard fucking time with Army. Yeah. Army always does that shit. Yeah. If they can shock your ass, oh man, don't let this whole be a grind it out. It's 14-14 and going to the fourth. Oh, yeah, this our shit.
Yeah. You know they ain't about to throw no penalties on us.
Can't throw nothing on the military.
Nigga, they singing for us.
But it's basically throwing that kind of wrinkle into the NFL a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, man, you don't run no motherfucking option. You throw the ball. You just running with a running back or some shit like that. Now that shit is sprinkled in there. Even with the fly sweeps and shit.
But there's still a good matchup. Like, now, the thing about their team is the games are going to have to go a certain way. Mm-hmm. Like, if they're they have a good defense, but my point is, even a good defense can get behind early. Couple
even
big
the
plays.
85 Bears gave up 45 in a game.
Yeah, so if they were to get down 14, 17, something like that, all of a sudden it changes. So that would be the game plan against them. But they match up well against teams like the Chiefs or the Patriots, like especially the Chiefs. Like, you can just run the ball and keep Mahomes off the field.
Possess the ball. Defense is terrible.
Appreciate that, Terry.
Terrible.
So they match up well, but it will be an interesting game whenever they do play, if they play, because it's either the Chiefs get up early and it probably gets out of hand, or if it's in the second quarter, third quarter, and it's still, a 3-point game, 6-point game, Chiefs could easily lose that to the Ravens. So interesting team.
Absolutely.
So what's the next one?
Is it time to pay Dak Prescott?
It's been time to pay him.
No. We're gonna wait. We're gonna like Simon said, let it play out. Let it play out.
Get through all the minutia.
Yeah, you had a good game.
But he
because if you're Jerry at this point, you just have to wait for his stock to fall.
Right.
Sometimes the stock goes so high that it's like, well, I can't
his
buy
stock
it now.
is as high as it can be right
So
now.
you wait for it to fall.
So far.
So he's in a heads I win, tails I win situation. Either he balls out, at which point, I'm gonna have to pay you, but I was gonna have to pay you anyway.
Right.
Or you kind of suck a little bit. We struggle down the stretch. We missed the playoffs, and all of a sudden, maybe you're not a $40 million quarterback. Maybe you're more like a $28 million quarterback.
Right.
He's going to get more than 28 just because that's what Kirk Cousins gets.
I will give Dak Prescott his credit,
He did play well.
He
played well as fuck.
I didn't watch all of it.
That's part one, but the other part was when they asked him, I think it was last season, what about a hometown discount? Nah. But no, he played his ass off. Like, I mean, again, you give credit where credit is due. Yes, I hate the Cowboys, but you give credit where credit is due. And he balled.
I was watching Red Zone, so Cowboy fans, I wasn't tuned into your shit like that. Like, if Raiders ain't playing, I'm watching Red Zone. Because I just like being able to see. My wife was watching it with me. She's like, "How are you keeping up with this?" It's like it's just different games. I know when the jersey switches, it's not
Right.
that.
Hey, that reminds
That's
me.
a different color.
That reminds me. Me and PJ, we were sitting up here watching it, and I got Red Zone on my iPad, and then I got the Sunday Ticket on the TV. So we leave to go get something to eat real quick. Obviously, you got to feed your kids. Fuck them kids. Shout out to Demarcus Lawrence. But so we're I'm driving, and he has Red Zone in his hand, and I got it on the speaker in the car. He was talking about old buddy. He was like, Dad, does this dude ever shut up? I was like, nope.
No.
And nigga, he's giving us you see I ain't looking at the screen, right? Hell no, let the man keep talking.
He talks for 8.5 hours straight.
He don't nothing.
Sometimes he'll let the game play out.
Why
'cause
they-
it's just,
Why do they do that? Why don't they bring in one other person and be like,
Fuck
he-
that. That's
that
the
nigga-
beauty of it, man.
He be. They said
I do 12, you do 3.
Because the first where he gets his money at is the first bracket of games, because that's usually where the largest games are at, like the 12 o'clock window. And he calls it is when most of all of those games are in the fourth quarter. It's called the witching hour.
The nigga was about to come out. Quaddle.
Quaddle.
Cracker.
Crackle. No, it's called the witching hour, where all the games are running basically simultaneously.
Yeah,
Where
straight
it's
up, Terry. Straight up.
like, for the most part, it's like, there's usually about 4 to 5 games.
Only
where
gotta
it's
watch your
always
squad.
just within one possession. So you're just flipping back to like crucial points of that game.
Right.
And that shit is like,
Yeah.
oh shit. Let's go. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, and because Sunday Ticket is a fucking overload of football. Like, I'm sorry if the Raiders aren't on, especially because typically the Raiders don't play here.
Till 3 o'clock.
Yeah, right. We don't typically get the early games, so so I'm good there. But man, them noon games, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go here. Let me go here. Let me do this. Let me do that. Like, it's football overload. But
That's why I like Red Zone. It flips the channel for me.
shout out to Brad. Shout out to Brad. I love you, Brad. You know why. But
That's a good look. Yeah, Brad. That was a good one.
username and password. How you play? Anyways, Eagles comeback win.
Man, if they would have lost to the Redskins week 1.
But that's a division. That's
I
a
told
division
y'all.
game.
No.
I told y'all when we talked about it last week. I was like,
Divisional
yeah,
games
they're a
are
better
always-
team, but
It's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
tricky with divisional teams.
Yeah.
they just know you, and you know what I'm saying. It's
And
just
especially with them two and the proximity they're in,
yeah.
and them coaches been there for a minute.
Yeah.
Like, each one of them been there over 3 years. so
How's the
far?
wife and kids?
Yeah, type of shit. Like, whenever they go do their little seminar, shit, you made it through another year too, huh?
Yeah.
Yo, you won that Super Bowl? Fuck you.
Hey, nigga, you up the street, they got a
That's
it's
what- hey,
called Blues Barbecue.
that's
You
it.
need to
You
go
had-
check that hoe out.
Yeah, I had that whack ass dude, fucking Kirk Cousins. Gruden didn't give a shit. Man, fuck that dude.
Yeah, I don't
Nah, that dude is terrible. He is the quintessential man. That he got paid. God damn.
Hey,
got
look,
his
he
money.
played it right.
He played it right.
That's another game too. He got paid $84 million. Congratulations. Minnesota beat the shit out of Atlanta. That was a surprising game to me. Like, I started. Yeah, oh yeah. There we go.
That running game. Hey, Dalvin Cook.
Man, if he can stay healthy.
that motherfucker is good.
Whoa.
We'll be seeing you, Falcons.
Yeah.
This
seeing
week,
When y'all
this
playing?
week
I got a
one.
gold visor ready for your
This
ass.
week
When y'all
one.
playing?
Oh, we don't play them till the second half of the season.
Okay,
I think
gotcha.
maybe week 9.
And then y'all gonna
They
get them to like.
backloaded y'all.
Nigga, we got 4 straight divisions in a row. Division games in a row: 9, 10, 11, 12.
And then y'all play them at the end.
Yeah.
at the
Then
very,
there's
very
like
end.
another team, then 2 more
Y'all
division
probably
games.
yeah, like y'all did last year. Didn't y'all play Carolina and Atlanta like back to back at
Yeah.
the end of the season?
God damn.
Carolina
but that's
is
how they do
always
it. No.
yeah. Carolina's always the last game and the third to last game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Carolina, Atlanta, Carolina.
Gotcha.
And stay right there within that little. Yeah, we ain't going too far.
Give them some rest before everybody goes to the playoffs. Shout out to the Eagles. Good win. Kyler Murray's first NFL game start.
No,
I mean, under the circumstances, he did well.
He did. It started. It was
Very
a
rocky.
rocky start. Ooh, and Detroit just did Detroit thing.
Yeah,
God
they did.
damn!
They
How
can't
do
get
you
right.
tie that game? They were beating the shit out. It was like, okay, do you watch this game or don't you? And lo and behold, the motherfucker Kyler get that little wiggle in him. I ain't seen that shit before. I was like, shit, this nigga done got that rhythm. He ain't got
Yeah.
that. They started running some read option. He started looking like a little gnat out there.
Yeah.
I was like,
Little feet.
shit. I said, man, he's feeling himself. That motherfucker, one problem he's gonna have, he had 5 batted passes down.
I mean, that's gonna. That's a big, there's no, you can't teach height.
That's a lot in a single game.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
Yeah.
What J.J. Watt
Like
in his heyday.
like a lot of like the league leaders usually are like 11 for the season.
Right.
So that's telling you
I was
something.
about to say J.J. Watt only had 5 in a whole season when he was doing that shit.
JJ had like 25.
Which reminds me, he sucks now. He was good. He was good a few years ago. Don't discredit him.
I never did.
Yeah, but
I never did.
He's
I
trash,
just
man.
was like,
He's
off the juice.
He's just like he's cycling off right now. When he comes back on, he'll be good.
I think he.
But so Kyler Murray's first start, they ended in a tie. But
27.
he did bring his team back. If you look at his numbers, if you look at it just as that screenshot, you're gonna say he had a horrible fucking game, which is okay.
You had to say he had a solid.
He also
game.
has a horrible fucking team. So I grade him on a curve. Like,
right.
That was a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he hung in there. He could have. A lot of young quarterbacks would have melted down.
Right, and honestly,
It's not in that kid.
all of what people have been saying about him, obviously people talk about his height and so on and so forth. But as far as passing the ball, great. As far as being a leader, great. As far as having resiliency, great. Like all those attributes that he has, you saw that in that game. And again, even negative ones, like I said, with being height, 5 passes batted down, but he still willed his team back. And it's always good when you see like a young cat and then an old fart like fucking Larry Fitzgerald, like that pass when he threw, I guess to tie him up or to get him into overtime or whatever, that he threw to Larry Fitz. I'm like,
he had a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, he got the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. I'm like, Larry Fitz finna go off about 1,200 yards this year. This nigga,
oh no, Larry's
57 years in the league.
Larry was very pleased with him at the what you call like I've never seen a quarterback come in no offense like this. Boom, boom,
fuck?
boom. Like, I know, I'm cool. I was like, yeah, he gonna look for you.
Hey, how long y'all gonna keep him here? Okay, yeah.
I'm telling you. One thing he's always had was accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's been like through high. He was just efficient. Mm-hmm. It was weird to see. You was like, man, there's no way in hell this kid can keep on making these plays like that. Mm-hmm. And he kept making them. I was like, all right, well, I'm a believer until somebody proves me wrong. I'm gonna be a fan of that one because that shit was weird to see. He was the best high school player I've ever seen in Texas, ever. And I mean, we've seen some doozies just from growing up and just watching stuff. That motherfucker was cold.
Mm-hmm. What you got on Kyler?
Oh no, I said my piece. I mean, I still think his team is bad.
Oh, team's
and
terrible.
I thought Cliff Kingsbury got horrifically outcoached in the first half, especially. Mm-hmm. It was really more of a like the Lions kind of relaxed because the Cardinals are so bad that they're like, these niggas can't come back on us, But their lead wasn't that big, and
17
it's the NFL. It's the NFL, and it's like if you sleep on a motherfucker, they will kill you.
These are pros too.
Yeah. So and that's what happened, but. Kudos to Kyler because, like I said, we saw Josh Rosen in the same spot last year where shit goes horrible in the first half and it would just snowball and go even worse in the second half. And I'm not necessarily blaming him because, again, terrible team. But my point is some young quarterbacks will melt down when shit is not going bad. He at least kept himself
his
in
composure.
the game. And
he's always been that type of kid, man.
And believe that he can make it happen. So it's a tie, but shit for them, I'd basically give them a win for that.
Right. So fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So we got predictions coming up. As far as next week is concerned, this year we're gonna do it a tad bit different. Well, not really a tad bit different. We're just gonna basically pick games, and the winner of the week is able to pick those games. This week, I'm gonna start. Just because I'm just that guy.
Because this is your idea?
Well, it's been our idea as far as picking the game, Simon.
I know you said I want to switch it up.
I gotta get that as a drop. I'm getting that as a drop. I'm getting that as a, do it again. Hold on. Look, I'm looking at the time right there. Go, do it again. All right, fair enough. All right, so since we didn't pick last week, everybody has to take a shot.
What the fucking? Is this
Why
part
is
of the
my
new
shot bigger
plan?
than his
Is
shot?
this part of the chicken
No,
plan too?
that's a
shit.
double shot.
Hey,
I
no,
literally put it
hey,
in
I'm
there.
not in on this AB shit no more. This ain't part of the plan.
Everybody got to take a shot.
Fuck you, man. Father, fuck you,
Man, father, fuck you. And Simon has a double
fucking
shot.
Mavs glass.
I kind of purposely did that.
Fucking asshole.
I've been stating my case on that one. Crackle.
Everything. All right, so the Thursday night football game, we're not going to pick that. It's Tampa Bay versus the Carolina Panthers. That's a shit show. But
Is it? I'll take the Panthers.
well, yeah, the first
You don't
game,
wanna pick that. That's not a fun game.
first game that we got up, and I'll go with this too. I'm picking whoever picks. You still get to pick the games as well. You don't get to skip out on the week. But first game I got up is Minnesota versus Green Bay. I am going to go Green Bay.
Minnesota, Green, where are they at? Okay, I see it.
At
At
Green
Green
Bay.
Bay. That's what I'm trying to see. Oh man, I need to see the line and all that shit. Go
Man, oh my
ahead.
God.
Hey, what the fuck you talking about?
Man, fuck Vegas until the Raiders get there.
Exactly, man. I'm integrating myself into the. I'm immersing myself in it, man. Come on, gotta look at the lines.
Look at the line.
I'm gonna actually take Minnesota
At Green Bay.
at Green Bay.
At Green Bay.
I mean, I don't love Minnesota as a team, but
It's
I
an
think-
early window, so
I
you
think,
might have a
yeah,
shot.
yeah. It's an early window division game. Green Bay's acting like they got the fucking 86, 85 Bears as defense. I'm like,
No,
you
gotta inject
I'm like,
confidence into
I'm like, dude, Mitchell Trubisky threw half of them into the fucking parking lot.
Right.
So,
it's not good.
so I'm not a believer in their defense still. I'm not saying they're terrible or anything. I'm just saying I don't think they're dominant like people are talking about them.
Charlie Batch
And
coming in the post.
and last year they had an issue stopping the run. Maybe they
The
fixed
Charlie
it.
Batch?
Maybe they fixed it, but I'm not sure. So we'll see. I think Dalvin Cook might get something going against them. So I'm gonna take the Vikings.
All right.
It's on me.
Yeah, it's on you.
I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah, I figured.
Is it?
No, we don't do parlay Charlie Batch. That ain't
No.
your real name. I'm looking at your face.
This is what I would say with it. There's just, like I said, I'm still a suspect on Kirk Cousins. He has
am
those
too.
he has those games where he usually does this shit in quiet. That's why he always get these checks.
Yeah.
Where you don't, this is an early window game where you get lost in the flow of the rest of the league, and you throw 3 picks and nobody's gonna say shit because he's gonna throw for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. So it wasn't that bad a game. He only lost by 14.
So
No, I'm going to take Green Bay. Just on a matter of fact, I think Green Bay has a point to prove and they won an ugly game last week. And I think Rodgers was trying to pump confidence into his defense because it's usually always on him. And last week it wasn't. He admitted and he said I had a bad game, but I got this good ass defense behind me, so he had to keep on. Like I believe in y'all, so hey, believe in me, and you see me do my work.
I'm this close from going to porn stash like Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying, just for the record. Hey, Quentin, you picked the Vikings. Since you picked the Vikings, if you lose, you got to take a shot too.
How's he gonna do that?
Hey, we'll talk to you about it. You can jump in live real quick and take a shot. No big deal. Next game I got up. I got Seattle-Pittsburgh.
Man, you pick all the worst games.
Well, here's the reason why I'm picking Seattle-Pittsburgh. I'm picking Seattle-Pittsburgh because Seattle. It's Jesus versus the shit show that Pittsburgh put on last week, right? So does Pittsburgh bounce back or do they go down?
They at
They're
Pittsburgh.
home.
They at Pittsburgh.
So both of y'all are picking Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with
It
Jesus.
says Seattle barely beat Cincinnati at home.
I'm going with Jesus then.
Red Rocket in them
Hey,
almost came in there and whooped their ass.
Red Rocket.
We'll be seeing y'all week 3, Russ.
Without AJ Green.
Hey,
Breezes versus Jesus, week 3.
Breezes versus Jesus. but again, like with
Clashes of the church.
Cincinnati is playing. Cincinnati is playing with
Holy war.
But isn't it funny? I call what's the nigga name? Russell Wilson, Baby Jesus or Jesus, New Jesus, and it's
That's nigga Jesus.
The 12th man, the 12 disciples. You see how this is working?
Oh yeah, I see what you're doing.
Illuminati. Hey, give me my motherfucking application.
That's a good 6 degrees right there.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
But yeah, I got Jesus and them. I don't know how many games I'm gonna pick against Jesus and them this year because
It's not the Legion of Boom out there no more, bro.
that ain't. But it's Jesus.
I get
And-
that.
Oh, he's cold, but
He's cold.
he don't have that much around him in
Nah.
terms of like defense.
Not yet. No. I'm taking.
They've never
Steelers.
given him no
Dog,
real
it's
receivers.
one thing about those, especially the home the Super Bowl championship team coming into the season. That's usually always a setup game for the road team. Like you, outside of Andy Reid whooping
right.
their ass.
We got two Hawks on the board. Two Hawks on the board.
Whooping the Chiefs whooping the Patriots ass a couple of years ago.
Charlie Batch, you got Seattle.
But
you
I'm
got
just saying, what man?
You got the same rule, Charlie Batch. You pick Seattle. If you lose,
I'm going
shit,
with
you and I both got to
Steelers,
shot.
and the Steelers are 4-point favorites. They usually give you
At
a
home,
point.
at home looked like trash last week. In the words of Mike Tomlin, we will unleash hell.
He said that shit.
And then they lost 4 straight.
It wasn't a yeah.
I need Mike Tomlin to get out of Dodge ASAP.
No,
I need,
nah,
I
man,
need
what
that
are you
nigga-
talking
No,
about?
I don't need it.
He kept AB.
You
All
got,
his
are
AB
you
shit.
gonna listen? Are you gonna listen? I don't need Mike Tomlin to get fired. I need him to take that retirement year and move the fuck around from Pittsburgh.
Nah, man, you know Pittsburgh don't fire nobody unless you really
Pittsburgh-
fuck
I
up.
need him to
Pitt-
take the
Pittsburgh has
retirement
3
year.
Pittsburgh's had 3 coaches.
Are
Ever.
you listening or are you listening to respond? I said let him take that retirement year. Get the hell out of Dodge.
They extended him a year.
Get the hell out of Dodge. And then take that retirement year and move around. Next game up. Cow patties, foreskins.
Oh, wait. No, not this one.
No, don't do that one. Please don't.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all don't want to do that one?
No.
All right, well, let's go with New Orleans, the Rams.
That's a good one.
That's actually a good game, but
And yeah, Saints. We're gonna whoop their ass. We've been thinking about this.
will you
We
get
haven't
out?
been thinking about nothing but this.
You see the list that I'm going down. I'm looking at the same shit.
I mean, I could pick some better ones for you, but yeah. I'm gonna take the Saints. I think they are on the road, but the Rams actually don't
It's
have
by
a great
default.
Yeah, the Rams actually don't have a great home field. They only have 30,000 people in their stadium or whatever. So,
No, that's not the Rams. That's the Chargers.
oh yeah, that is the Chargers. Well, they play.
No,
in
they
college.
play Rams playing the college, and
Yeah,
that hoe
they-
ain't never full.
Yeah, like it. But my point is, it's not a great home field.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that's gonna be. It's not gonna be like loud or nothing. So.
And it's perfect weather out there, so it's not super
Drew
hot.
Brees loves California. He gonna tear
She
their
still
ass
got a
up.
crib out there.
Shit, he tore their ass up last year. Threw for 400.
He didn't tear their ass up
Yeah.
because he doesn't like gays.
That is a vicious rumor. A vicious rumor.
I got the Rams. No, I got the Saints in this one because I think. Remember, I said last week too. I think the Rams are going to have that Super Bowl hangover. They ran into Carolina's dysfunctional ass, and so that congratulations, you got that W out
Cam,
of
I
it.
don't know what you dressed. You dressed like somebody, mom. Like that shit.
Dude,
weird.
he needs to bring 2 outfits. You need a winning outfit
Outfit
and a
and
losing
a-
outfit.
yeah.
You can't come out in this crazy shit if you just lost. It sounds dumb having a serious conversation where you have.
That's a winning
Yeah.
outfit.
Yes, a
And
winning outfit. If you lose, put on your fucking team polo and go to the podium.
That shit looks bad. You know he got like 10 team polos sitting in that
Exactly.
damn locker.
Like,
Hey Terry, it's the Saints. My man.
no, I'm just saying, like, but now if you win, I get it. You had a big win. Go out there and your
That
fucking
shit opening win.
Yeah, go out there in your leotard and your fucking clown nose.
Oh, he's a clown
Yeah.
too. I told you that
Yeah.
shit's code word for nigga.
Button the shit underneath. Button the shit underneath going out.
Yeah, there
You
you
know,
go.
so but yeah, that is so crazy when there's a serious. It was like back with the kneeling shit, and they would ask him about it, and this motherfucker is
That nigga dressed as the Joker.
That nigga wearing a shower curtain. You want to ask him about social issues?
This nigga over with the Lego my ego bra on and shit. This nigga. Yeah, I got the Rams. He got the Saints. Who you got? No, I got the. Well, we
I
both
thought
got
you
the
said
Saints. Yeah, we both
I
got the
thought you
Saints.
said
Sorry.
the Saints.
Yeah.
I just played
Do
with
I
the
need
Rams
to,
on.
do I need to make it a clean sweep?
sure
I'm gonna take. I'll be the lone wolf, like they do on the NFL Network. I'll be the lone wolf and take the Rams at home.
All right, Rams at home.
I'll take the Rams at home.
Yeah, that was going to be the next one I get. Philly, Atlanta.
Thank you. Jeez. Pick a game.
If you don't notice, I picked the games for all of our fandom.
I get that.
So I'm gonna go with Philly on this one.
Okay.
I mean, I would like for Philly to lose, but they're playing the Falcons, so I have to.
Falcons at home.
Yeah, and to give them put them down 0-2, you know, especially if we're able to pull out the win in LA, that's gonna put us in a strong position. So yeah. Well, I guess I should give some analysis and not just.
Yeah, that's real.
No, you can be.
That
look,
was the slant.
It's a bias of fucking opinion. Fuck it.
That was the slant right there.
Well, from the football perspective, they still don't seem to be able to protect Matt Ryan. So, if that's the case, and their defense still seems to be, well, at least from week one, things can change. But at least in week one, Atlanta ran all over. I mean, not Atlanta. Minnesota ran all over them. And last year, that was their problem, right? Everybody could run on them and pass on them. So
they kind of did everything.
So if they don't fix that, I don't really see them stopping Philly because Philly can. Deshaun Jackson.
It's still fast.
Yeah, like.
He's going to be fast when he's like 60.
Yeah. So between Deshaun Jackson and Zach Ertz and all them fucking running backs they got, I don't think Atlanta can stop them. So I'm going to go Philly.
All right. I am going to go Philly, just because I like Philly's team. I like the team, man. Damn everything else. I like the fucking team.
Damn, that was breakthrough analysis right there.
I mean, but again,
I like the team. I think they're good.
I like Philly's team. Like people,
have to get your
y'all will talk shit. Y'all will talk shit and be like, oh, Cowboy fan. No. Cause a Cowboy fan. No. It's really been.
Look at you.
Goddamn.
It's really been.
Look at you, man. Technical difficulties. What happened? No, that whole man. That's a good ass case. Flip it over the other way.
But it really has been.
Put it on.
I don't like this.
No.
It really has been. Philly the whole entire time.
Like the camera facing us.
It's facing your shirt.
Like this?
Oh, you're doing it on purpose.
No. Look. Hey, we gonna show y'all this real quick. Hold on, we gonna show y'all this real quick. Look, he trying to figure this shit upside down. It's upside down, Doc.
Oh, God damn it, man. You know how fragile they are.
Damn. Well, it didn't break.
Hey, shit, it better not at this point. Fuck them niggas.
Shit, I see there's trouble in paradise. You go over there.
But yeah, no, I got Philly. I've always liked Philly. They're a phenomenal football team right now. They,
again with that break, that just cut through analysis right there, man.
Cut through, man. Shout out to OJ.
I'm just saying I just learned a lot from you from saying that Philly is a really good.
I think
team.
they're a solid team. I think they'll win.
God
Thank
damn.
you, Booger McFarland.
Fuck.
Did y'all see that shit they tweeted out today with Booger McFarland? It was a quote from him where he was talking about Taysom Hill last night. And he was like, you know what Taysom Hill, the defense knows what Taysom Hill's going to do by where he lines up. If he lines up at tight end, he's either going to block or he's going to go out for a route. It's like, that's all tight ends can do.
If he's that quarterback, he's going to run the read option or he might throw.
Yeah, that's
no, that was the awkward pause.
Those are the options.
No, but since he's trying to get shit
why
together.
can't Monday Night Football get a decent?
They lost Gruden.
But there's so many motherfuckers out here. Like why you can't steal Troy? I don't even like Troy that much.
Troy don't want to do them shits.
But he wants America's game of the week.
Oh yeah.
So I can go to fuck home on Monday.
Thank you. I get to see my kids too, and yeah, they came to the job.
Yeah, they came to the job, but Troy don't want to do.
And half of his games are Cowboy games.
Bingo. So,
but he be hating on the Cowboys so much. This is the first.
But but my point is he ain't got to fly nowhere. He just fucking drive his ass up there.
Man, fuck that. It was one time like a few seasons ago, whatever.
I
But
haven't even gave my pick yet. Though.
Troy Aikman went and did a game, right? And he did that part. Great, congratulations. by the time the Cowboys played that night, Troy Aikman was in the stadium. So fuck that. Fuck the travel. You know Jerry sent that jack. Man, let's go get that hoe. Well, yeah, who's your pick? Who's your pick, Simon?
I'm taking the Eagles. It's gonna be a clean sweep. And you said, I know I said Atlanta is my sleeper team, but
Yeah, they sleeping pretty hard
they
right now.
sleeping real hard.
Hey, shout out to Terry. Terry said this commercial break is brought to you by a drunken moment.
Good job.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
that
job,
shit
Terry.
was
Good job.
hilarious.
Good job. All right, so the last game I got up, the last game for this week that we are picking on, Arizona versus Baltimore. Don't say,
No, I like this one.
Yeah.
Baltimore by 1,000.
1,000. I think this.
I'm
week-
sorry, 2,000.
Arizona is at Baltimore.
Oh God, this is about to be horrible.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be horrible.
And this is
And
a
it's
12
an early
o'clock. It's a
battle.
12 o'clock
The
game.
line is 13.5.
yeah, they gonna run all over them boys.
The line is 13.
Glad I got Marcus
Hey,
on my
the-
squad.
Just another game that I don't know. I would maybe take the point. Just I don't think it's gonna be bad. I don't know. It's gonna be that bad. New England at Miami.
Yeah.
Or,
No, that's going to be bad.
Oh no, it's gonna be bad. But
If-
the line is, I think it's 19.5. I think it's
Yeah.
No, we gotta
the
get
biggest
them,
line.
We gotta get them out
ever.
that division, man.
Yeah. Like, well, no, just Tom Brady. Once Tom
No,
Brady
they're
retires.
they're at Miami. And Patriots always has a problem.
Yeah.
They do. No, I'm being dead serious. They always have a problem at Miami.
at the end of the year.
But this
because
seems like
Miami is never in the playoffs.
This seems like a very NFL game where like Miami
It's
comes
18
in,
and a
everybody's
point.
like they may be historically bad. The
It's
Patriots
18
look,
and a half. It's a
look
divisional
amazing.
game.
Yeah, the Patriots look amazing in week 1.
All
And
the
so you
players
think,
won
yeah.
out. All
Yeah.
that shit.
And then they come out and win 9-6.
And the coach is the old defensive coordinator for the Patriots. That's the coach.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Man.
I'm saying this whole screen
The
take
brothers
Miami in the
always walk into
points. I'm
fucking
just saying.
dumpster fires.
I'm just saying this whole screen take
Yeah.
Miami in the points. Just on
Appreciate that, Quinn.
some gambling shit.
Yeah, I would. Division game.
At
Like you
home.
said, the coach knows what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
And even if they have AB's not gonna be that.
AB ain't playing.
That
No.
nigga, no, not with the
Nah.
Me Too.
Nah,
You don't
but I'm
play
just-
with Me Too.
No, you don't. You can't. Even because that shit is in federal court. They shit. I don't think you can.
You just can't play with Me Too,
Oh,
man.
they filed charges already?
Yes, that shit is in Florida. Now,
Oh,
I'm not saying.
I thought it was just an accusation.
No, that shit.
New
is
England is going to
that
Florida.
shit, it's in. They filed charges with the Florida. What you call federal?
Say, side note, who went out to Florida and got charges filed on them last year?
Robert
Kraft. Look. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this, and y'all can be mad at me all you want to. The New England Patriots are the niggas of the football league. I'm just saying.
Why?
with the whitest team on the whitest team
fucking
on the motherfucking what you call it?
Why the niggas gotta be associated with some niggas?
Because they always put niggas in that bullshit. But nevertheless, who you said you got Baltimore by 1,000. Who you got?
I have Baltimore winning the game. I have Miami covering though.
Baltimore's not playing Miami.
I mean,
Arizona.
that's not what we're talking about. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, what?
Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona. Oh yeah, I have Baltimore winning. I have Arizona covering. I'm sorry.
I got Arizona winning this one. I think Kyler's going to go out there and do what he's supposed to do. And Baltimore's my sleeper team. Baltimore's my sleeper team. But this is the game that I think Arizona's going to go out there.
I just did that. I did.
They're going to they are going to find out what they did good in the second half, and they're going to capitalize on that. I don't think for a quarterback because look at the division. Look at the division that Baltimore's going to play in. You got Baker Mayfield. Yes, he's a scrambling quarterback, but you don't trust him.
Scrambling.
You want scrambling much this week?
You don't trust. I don't trust
Fuck
Baker
you, Baker
Mayfield.
Mayfield.
No, you don't trust Cleveland.
No, I don't trust Baker Mayfield's decision making. I don't trust Cleveland. I don't trust none of that. You got Ben Roethlisberger. He's definitely not moving around in the pocket anymore. Then you got Baltimore that's there obviously. But then like I said, so Baltimore doesn't have
the
to
Red
prepare.
Rocket. Don't forget about the Red Rocket.
He's not moving around either. So they can't prepare on week 2. If this is week 10, I'm picking Baltimore. If this is week 2, I don't know.
I think
I don't
but
know.
Baltimore's defense is stifling, and they're at home.
When has Baltimore defense not been stifling? So
And the Cardinals' offensive line is not
Terrible.
again,
Terrible.
it's gonna be a game of improvisation. It's gonna be a game of. I'm just saying, it's gonna be a game.
There's that hard cutting right there. Knowledge right there for you folks.
It's gonna be a game of a lot of that. I'm telling, but Kyle, I think Kyle is gonna get this W this week. I think he's
sorry.
gonna get this W
I'm
this week.
sorry, man.
Kyle's not gonna get a W for a lot of weeks.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He'll get
man.
one eventually, but
It ain't gonna. It's not
Fair
week 2 at Baltimore.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, even with
Wait,
everything.
hold on. Can we do like a fantasy doghouse?
Okay.
I don't play fantasy.
What is a fantasy
Why not? Why
doghouse?
don't you stop?
What is a fantasy doghouse?
I just
Like,
don't care.
So you don't play fantasy either.
Oh, no, I
he
do play
plays.
fantasy.
He
I
plays.
won
there's
the
always
fantasy
that,
last
There's
year.
always those players who you draft.
job.
them, they're good players, but they kind of fuck you in the
Phrasing.
in the right moment.
Very good phrasing. Okay.
The-
Todd
so
Gurley
I'll
did
tell
that
you.
for me this week, but it's okay.
Yeah,
One
so
week.
he can go in your doghouse. I would put Baker Mayfield in mine.
All right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that motherfucker's smoothing. Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine would be Matt Ryan. I know somebody started that.
Mm.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Did Julio end up getting a touch? He did get a touchdown.
Yeah, it was, dude. That was
It was
that
trash.
was the
It was
most
trash.
pathetic touchdown
Trash.
of all
That was
time.
about to say he ended up getting a touchdown. So
The
he
most
kind of
pathetic
he
touchdown.
kind of he still didn't get what he was supposed to. But
It
I
was-
would win. I
It
go
was
Matt
two
Ryan.
pathetic plays throughout the weekend. On Saturday, Texas A&M played Clemson, and
Texas
Clemson,
A&M is known for this shit. But go ahead.
Texas A&M down 24-3. You know, Clemson's playing a prevent at this point. They get down to like the 5-yard line. 10 seconds left. The clock's running because the guy got tackled in bounds. The clock's running. They call a timeout with 10 seconds left, down 24-3 to go for the touchdown, score, and then celebrate the touchdown. I was like, that's the lamest play I've ever seen in football.
It's kids.
I would
but
rather
yeah,
you
I
just
get-
run a dive and get the fuck off the field.
I wouldn't even call the time.
No, I mean, yeah, you get tackled and let's get
Just
out
go
of here.
get the fuck out of
Because
here.
that 7 points ain't doing nothing for us. Then the
But
second one,
that's who's down there. Who's the coach down at A&M now? He was Florida State head coach.
Jimbo Fisher.
Jimbo Fisher. That was a Jimbo Fisher
Bimbo
special.
Yeah.
Fisher.
And then now who knows? Maybe he had money on the game. So interesting. Like when you do something like that just raises the eyebrow. It's not like, oh, we're just getting reps. Nah, bitch. Like
That's what you can blame it at.
when the game is out of hand and you're under 1 minute, you just let it go. We're not trying to get nobody fucking hurt on a meaningless play. You know what I'm saying? But then
Vic Fangio did that shit last night with the Raiders. He held that last time out in his pocket. I'm like, appreciate you, my nigga. Get this
But-
shit out of here.
the second one was the Falcons being the score. I forget what the score was, but it was out of reach, and they just
I think it was 28-0
yeah. So
in the fourth.
and they throw it in there
Late
just
in the
just to
fourth.
get him a touchdown. And it's like, come on, man, like get out of here.
Fair enough.
So we can go now, but I had to.
A&M done that before in the
Yeah.
past. They were down 77. I'm not making this score up. 77-0 against Oklahoma, and they celebrated a play in the backfield and shit like that. And it was like, dawg, why are you doing that?
Fair enough. There you have it. Episode 123.
to wrap it up, son.
No.
Wrap it
That
up.
gave
Wrap it
everybody the wrap it up sign. Episode 123.
Holla at your boy.
We out this thing.